You meet your 13-year-old self, but you can only tell them 3 words. What do you say and why? Don't f***ing smoke. Never start gambling. Stop copying others. Don't forget about pretty sure with 3 German words, you could write a short story. Hello everybody, welcome back to Ask EmKay. My name is Mason. Let's hop right into it. What's the biggest scam in life that no one wants to admit? Data caps. Normal television, paying to watch ads. The prices of anything baby related. Toys, food, clothes, etc. Was in a store on Saturday to get a cot and mattress cover. I cried. Online convenience fees. The easy to join, difficult to cancel subscription model. Claw machines in arcades. With the passing of Stan Lee and Betty White, who is America's token old person now? Dolly Parton better not f***ing die before I do. Henry Winkler agreed on Twitter to be America's grandpa since we lost Grandma Betty. Christopher Lloyd. Oh, I hate to say this, but Julie Andrews and Carol Burnett. Mel Brooks. What famous place is not worth visiting? Sherlock Holmes' house on Baker Street in London. Of course I love Sherlock Holmes, so as a tourist I took the tour. Not far into walking around the house, it dawned upon me. This is a fake set of a fictional character. What am I doing here? Plymouth Rock in Plymouth, Massachusetts. That's Massachusetts, right? Yeah, okay. It's literally just a small rock. Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's a sidewalk, and outside of maybe big events where they may clean the ones around where photos may be taken, it otherwise is just covered in dirt from people's shoes, and some are barely legible because they haven't been cleaned in ages. Times Square on New Year's Eve. Just forget it. It has never been worth it. Egypt. They treat tourists like garbage. You can see Mount Rushmore perfectly fine from the road. No need to pay to see it. What famous person's downfall are you waiting for the most? Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. May he burn in hell. True. Jim Bob Duggar. There are so many, but I'd go with Prince Andrew. That dude is a mega creep for real. Not famous at all, but my neighbor. F*** my neighbor. Everyone in Epstein's ring. All of them, no matter who they are, every single one. The entire Kardashian Jenner clan. Dan Schneider. How he's managed to stay under the radar is beyond me. Yeah, Mr. Footman, get the hell out of here. What is a topic you absolutely cannot give a f*** about? Which celebrity is dating whom? Who broke up with whom? Who got back together? Who cares? TikTokers, influencers, etc. Paid content with commercials. Anything to do with Facebook. Any award show. Reality singing competitions. I thought there was gonna be more. Whose voice just fucking annoys you? That little fucker with the glasses in Polar Express. I just can't stand it. You guys want to listen to Sicko Mode or Mo Bamba? Okay. The voice that says, try not to you won't last 20 seconds. Literally any YouTuber whose videos are aimed for kids. My voice when I hear it in any sort of recording. That's me watching these videos after they get uploaded. I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh my God. DJ Khaled. James Charles. His voice is so grating. Yeah, the rest of him's annoying too, for sure. Caillou. He got canceled. What? 100% fact is the hardest to believe. If 1 billion people from both China and India didn't exist, they would still be the #1 and #2 most populated nations in the world. Michael Jackson's hair caught fire on the 27th of January, 1984, which was the exact midpoint of his life. Tarantulas keep tiny frogs as pets. An Australian man won the lottery, then on camera to reenact the winning for the news, he bought another lottery ticket. He won the lottery again on camera. That only 6 people have survived rabies. Rabies has a 99% mortality rate. You can have rabies for an entire year without symptoms, and once you have symptoms, it's already late. You'll probably die in a couple of days if you have symptoms. There's enough water in Lake Superior to cover North and South America in water 1 foot deep. Dragonflies accelerate at up to 4G and corner at up to 9G. Well, my phone has 5G, so I can beat some of the slowest dragonflies, if you ask me. Very few mosquito species prefer human blood, but among those that do, only 5% are deadly to humans. Those 5%, though, kill more people annually than humans do. Which profession is criminally underpaid? Caretaking. Paramedics are paid jack. It's incredible. It's a job I could never ever do. Elder care, child care, sick care. Social workers or therapists. You have to have a master's and you only get paid $35K a year. Bull. Janitors. They clean up all of our get no respect, and are sometimes some of the chillest people I've ever met. We should pay them more. People in wildlife conservation. What's a subtle sign that someone is not a nice person? A sense of humor that somehow just makes people feel bad about themselves. Always playing the victim. If all of their exes were crazy. Likes to make a joke of other people, but can't stand being the butt of a joke themselves. They talk about how nice they are. Talking crap about others to get a laugh. You can tell pretty quick if it's mean-spirited. Oh boy. Americans. What is the rest of the world not ready to hear? Most New Yorkers aren't psychopaths. All of us are. That someone personally spent over $400 million on a replica of Noah's Ark in Kentucky. Like, actually, I'm not even kidding. It's several football fields long. KFC will have a new seasoning on the chicken sandwiches. Reddit is an awful representation of America. It's an awful representation of reality in general, but awful representation of America as well. The only reason Florida Man exists is because of Florida's laws about the accessibility of crime documentation, which makes it a goldmine for tabloid journalism. McRib McRib is back for a limited time. You have 5 minutes to prepare before a guy breaks into your house with the intention to kill you. You cannot exit your house. What is your strategy to survive? Unleash the hounds. I get the vacuum cleaner ready in a certain room. I turn it on as he's about to enter to create a distraction. Then I jump out when he's inspecting the noise and bonk the fucker on the head with the piece of 2-inch steel tube I keep as a weapon. Duct tape a bunch of knives to the end of one of those tall lamps to make a spear of blinding and then proceed to go sicko mode. Turn shower on. For some reason I have a shovel behind my wardrobe, so grab that, wait for him to check shower, whack with shovel, boom. Corner camp with a shotgun. What isn't a religion, but people treat it like it is? Whatever the f Jared Leto's got going on. Mom groups on Facebook. Cricket game in India. People who worship streamers. Celebrity worship. Lawn maintenance. Lawn maintenance? What? Okay, I don't even want to know. Who would you like to see run for president of the United States in 2024? How about we just leave that position vacant? I find that I thrive under a lack of accountability. My uncle Randy, he died in the 90s, so it would be amazing to see him again. Me, 2024. I promise nothing and will deliver even less. Cthulhu, because why vote for the lesser of two evils when you can vote for the greatest? No celebrities, please. A golden retriever. If nuclear war began in the next 10 minutes, what's your plan? Have a shower. Go to the store down the street with a spoon and eat as much ice cream as I want. Well, can't really hurt New Zealand. They don't even know where we are on the map. Die. Honestly, get as close to the blast as possible and see y'all later. I don't want any part in the horror survival show that will follow. What is the best response to why are you still single? Procrastination? Supply chain issues? That's what I've heard lately. I have the social skills of a spoon. Just lucky, I guess. My response last time was, how are you not? So that you don't feel left out. What movie has a high rating but you think it's average? Shakespeare in Love. It's not a bad film, but beating Saving Private Ryan to best film at the Oscars is still mind-blowingly wrong. American Hustle. I saw this movie in theaters and for the life of me, I can't recall any part of it. They were stealing something? I don't know, man. Bird Box. Aquaman. I couldn't finish it. Felt like the same recycled superhero movie that has been overused. I felt like it was really predictable. Crazy Rich Asians. Holy smokes, was this movie just one big pat on the back for the wealth class. What's your favorite Simpsons quote? I've never seen The Simpsons, so I will not know the context of any of these. We're talking about S-E-X in front of the C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N. Sex Cauldron? I thought they closed that place down. Chief Wiggum. Mind if I tag along? I'm a bit of a crime buff. Bart. Hey, can I hold your BB gun? Nelson. Sure, it never hurts to have another set of prints on a gun. I sleep in a racing car. Do you? I sleep in a big bed with my wife. Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you, Marge. Remains silent. Just once, I'd like someone to call me sir without adding, you're making a scene. Weaseling out of things is important to learn. It's what separates us from the animals, except the weasel. What is something weird about Europe that Europeans don't realize is weird? German tourists are obsessed with mooses. I prefer meese, but okay. Norwegians don't close their curtains when it gets dark. What? You drive 5 hours in the US, you're basically still in the same place. You drive 5 hours in Europe, everyone's talking funny and the cheese is different. Germans stare at strangers, it's unsettling. Having the light switch outside the bathroom? What? Arnar. Nar. No way. No mesh screens in windows in the UK at least. In Canada, we have screens in most home windows to keep flies out. What are the dangers of being very attractive or beautiful? You can't pick your nose in public anymore with all the people staring at your attractive, beautiful face. Friendships falling apart when their partner is attracted to you. When people who are your friends take every chance they can to criticize your appearance or anything else, whatever little crumb of shade they can use to humble you. Unwanted attention, objectification, people assume you're unintelligent. People think you are flirting if you are being anything other than nasty to them. Then if you are nasty, you are a /asshole. No in between. What can't you believe still exists in 2022? Cereal bags that aren't resealable. Scam calls. Make them stop, please. GTA 5 being the most recent GTA. Coming up on 10 years, by the way, without a new GTA. Pop-up ads. Like, who still falls for that? Email attachment file size limits. What job do you have no respect for? Australian real estate agents. Laws don't seem to apply to them, just as dodgy in sales and rentals alike. Never seen anything like it overseas. There are debt collectors who call relatives of the deceased to pay off their debts when they are not legally obligated to. The pastors at megachurches who ask their followers for money for private jets. Absolute scum to abuse others' faith for your own greed. Those journalists who write clickbait articles, the ones where you wade through page after page of deliberately prolonged text and ads to get to the bit you want to read. The paparazzi. What will you never ever do under any circumstance? Win millions in the lottery. Please prove me wrong. Seriously, prove me wrong. Play Rage. Shadow Legends. Squeeze myself into a tiny space or hurt my dog. Get back together. Use a tanning bed. Joining to a cult again. Brother. My brother in Christ. Again? What is the most overrated food? Anything with edible gold. Bird's nest soup. Is that? Hold on. Bird's nest soup. Ew. Ew. No thanks. Anything related to that Salt Bay douchebag. Caviar. Squid ink pasta. You know, I've always wanted to try squid ink pasta, actually. Ever since I saw it on like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or something. What life advice can just f off? Sleep when you're dead. Cool, but you're going to be dead a lot sooner. People have it so much worse than you, so don't be sad. Live like every day was your last. Y'all know what people do when they learn they have a single day left to live? Cry? Cry? Do what you love and money will follow. I love walking my dogs and grilling food for my friends, but that doesn't pay the bills as well as my engineering degree. Be yourself. Only works if you aren't a person. If there's a will, there's a way. Nope. Sometimes you can do everything right, work your hardest, and it still goes all wrong and doesn't work out. Everything happens for a reason. Oh, that can right off. What is just stupidly overpriced? Pharmacy? Pharmaceuticals? Funerals? College books? Anything tied to a wedding? Food and drinks at movie theaters or sporting events? Housing? Laundry detergent? Just why? Canned air? Escape room employees? What is the weirdest way you've seen customers try and solve an escape room? I used to work at one. I can't tell you how many people thought the power outlets were a prop and tried to stick keys into them. Guys, there was a lamp plugged into it and a do not touch, not part of the game sticker on it. It's not a trick. Don't do that. When I was in one, they told us several times that the fire extinguisher is not part of the puzzle. They said it so many times, I'm 98% sure someone once used it. Had a group of engineers who were familiar with the style of the lock effectively reverse engineer the lock. They showed us how they did it afterwards. We were supposed to find the numbers to a padlock. My boss had guessed the answer within 5 minutes. Breaking everything. Trying to eat or drink things they should totally not be trying to eat or drink. Had a group of people come in as high as kites. They did our hardest room. Escaped in half an hour when they were given an hour limit. My friend took out a working light bulb and put his fingers in because why would they put things in the room that aren't part of the puzzle? He got shocked. What's an example of toxic femininity? Oh my god. Femininity.
In the beginning.
Femininity. I got it. Last week, 3 women admiring my fiance's new engagement ring, which is a bit flashy. My fiance tells them it's lab made, which is what she wanted. One of them responded with, oh, that doesn't count then. My ex-boss, female, who spoke about feminism and women empowerment and then gave my female colleague anxiety attacks through persistent bullying. If you gave birth through C-section, you're not a real mom. What the f***? Suddenly, 9 months of pregnancy, a terrifying procedure, and caring for a newborn doesn't count because Mac Duff from his mother's womb was untimely ripped? Whose baby is this then? Since apparently no mothers are present. The quote, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Basically expecting a partner to put up with your drama as proof of them actually being into you, making them jump through hoops to prove they're into you. All other girls are bitches. If you're a girl and think that, that's a you problem. Girls who hit guys because they know the guy won't hit them back. Thank you, Reddit user Snuggly Nipples. Awesome. Girls who start an argument or fight with a stranger and expect their BF or husband or partner to be the one to handle the fallout. Expecting a guy to pay for everything, not splitting the bill or taking turns paying for something you've enjoyed together. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful night. Goodbye.